stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins. The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no apparent pattern.
Beekman's Restaurant?
It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide. We have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance. Others describe them as being
full of scum and villainy. You must be cautious.
So, at this point, there is no really authentic way for us to say who or what to look for and guard yourself against. Misshapen monsters. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour.
They look kind of like old people.
Unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Miami, along with the governors of several eastern and midwestern states, have indicated the National Guard may be mobilized at any moment, but that has not happened as yet. The only advice our reporters have been able to get from officials
easy.
Stay in their homes behind locked doors. Do not venture outside for any reason until the nature of this crisis has been determined and until we can advise what course of action to take. Keep listening to radio and TV for any special instructions as this crisis develops further. Thousands of office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their places of employment, not to make any attempt to get to their homes. However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are packed with frantic people trying to reach their families or apparently to flee just anywhere. We repeat, the safest course of action at this time is simply to stay where you are.
And don't set anything on fire because they use lead paint. Lead paint's poisonous. It'll kill you.
Murder, which has seized the eastern third of this nation.
And an armoire.
To convene within the hour. Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined by officials of the FBI.
Ow.
Joint meetings behind closed doors. The White House spokesman, in announcing this conference, says there will be an official announcement as soon as possible following that meeting. This is the latest dispatch just received in our newsroom. Latest word also from National Press Services in Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we've just mentioned, will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. That's the extent of this latest...
Back when the president believes scientists and their warnings. Also a time when you believe the president could make it through a chocolate factory without an incident.
Their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV and to stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and government buildings, demanding shelter and protection from the wholesale murder, which apparently is engulfing...
Buying murder wholesale and passing the savings on to you. Murder-happy characters. What? You can't fit into those. He found Ralphie's Red Ryder BB gun. Yeah, I'll shoot your eye out.
Reports by the placing of markers on a map seem to indicate a general spreading of the extreme southeastern United States to the north and west. Our newsmen have been on the telephone talking with officials in other cities and have determined that none of this kind of mass murder has yet been reported west of the Mississippi River, except in the extreme southeastern portion of Texas. Similar killings have been reported around the Houston and Galveston areas, but nothing like the...
I found a gun and some bullets out there.
It was only late yesterday
Oh, and
that it
these.
became clear we were facing some kind of national emergency.
I don't fit into them.
Reports began filtering in. Newsmen and law enforcement agencies were of the opinion
This place is boarded up pretty solid now.
in nature. However,
Well, except for that window literally right behind you.
We have a gun and bullets, food and the radio. Sooner or later, someone bound to come and get us out.
Creatures from outer space. So again, we join with law enforcement agencies, urging you to seek shelter in a building. Lock the doors and windows securely.
Hey, that's us. We're doing all right.
Cautious of any suspicious strangers. And keep to
Sorry about punching you in the face.
Bible instructions and further details of this continuing story.
Look, I don't know if you're hearing me,
Goes on in the absence of any law.
but I'm going upstairs now.
It's almost as though some critical balance of
If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there, and I'll be down to take care of it.
savage killer. We repeat, this radio station
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay? Okay.
Civil defense officials in Cumberland have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured.
I'm gonna throw her out the window.
Consistent reports from witnesses to the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill.
They didn't just ask the Gordon's fishermen, they ate him.
With each report, it's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you, reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
Don't shoot! We're from town. A radio.
My precious.
Sheriff has verified by their slayers is true. No further details available at this time. However,
How long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
How were we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise.
That implies a lot.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help.
Well, if there were more,
The racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Now, wait a minute. You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
And that sums up 2020, everyone.
We came up. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
you got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood? His wife and kids downstairs. Kids hurt.
I'll go take care of the kid.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we can fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us.
Why?
Crazy, you know that? You got 1,000,000 windows up here. All these windows.
No.
You're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things.
Maybe a
As soon as they
billion.
know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Tom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we'd never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done for.
You're making
We
sense.
got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar is a death trap.
Agreed.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how many's out there?
I don't know. Maybe 6 or 7.
Look, you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we
I don't know
decide
why
to
you
stay
would,
down there,
though.
We'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
You box yourself in the cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 out there now.
There's more than there were. There are a lot out back, too.
Oh, God. Oh, it's like that's made of clay. Because it is. Oh! Shot through the heart, and you're to blame.
Harry? Harry, what's happening?
It's all right.
Damn neighbor kids. Why'd you do that, Johnny? My mother shot me once. Once. Jets fans after the game. Sam Darnold sucks. Lady, that's not vegan. Oh,
You gotta
God.
fix these boards.
You're crazy. Those things are going to be at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in your damn cellar. Get out of here!
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got
Insane
a
in the brain.
You going down there with him?
Well,
Yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Ooh.
right. Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid that old man is so stupid. Now, you get the hell down in the cellar.
Barack
Be the boss down
Obama
there.
talking to
I'm boss
Donald
up here.
Trump.
You bastards. You know, I won't open this door again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper, with your help, we could...
With my help.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute. Judy, come on up here, honey.
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh?
It's all right, honey. Go ahead. If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places
Unlike
we can
your
run to up
grammar.
here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off if all three of us were working together.
Hey. Hey, kid. He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself in down there.
Huh.
Will remain on the air day and night.
Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them. There are two other people upstairs, a man and a girl.
We heard you screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
She's only mostly condescending.
Is she all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Why did everyone in the 60s
Laundry in
either
the
look
basket,
23 or 55?
Let them stay upstairs.
Nah.
Let them. Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Does anyone up there know why we're being attacked?
Whatever it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere.
I can already tell this guy's
Radio
middle
station.
management at a Woolworths.
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet.
Said the Jets
There's
lost.
mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us so they tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon? We may not enjoy living together, but dying together isn't going to solve anything.
Actually,
Those
that would
people aren't our
probably
enemies.
solve a lot.
Mr. Cooper! Mr. Cooper, Ben found a television set upstairs.
Let's go up. Tom?
Yeah.
If Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I could come upstairs.
Okay, yeah, right away.
I'm reading directly off the script.
Do I have to? Look, honey, nothing's gonna get done with them down there and us up here. Do this for me.
That's probably not the first time he's said that to her.
Okay, open up.
forever, Helen.
She's all I had.
Had. All you had. Past tense, lady.
Her brother was killed.
And the shrooms are kicking in.
I gotta go help Ben with the television.
That guy's so lost. Oh, sacred doily, tell me your sweet secrets. Fire bad.
Don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
This place is ridiculous.
The doily doesn't
Look at this.
like you.
There's a million weak spots up here.
Well, fix them.
Give me one of those.
Jeez.
Her brother was killed.
Well, you should have been in a cellar.
And they talk about these windows. I can't see a damn thing. There could be 15 million of those things out there.
I
That's how
seriously
much these
doubt
windows
that.
are.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Here, I have it. Drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's a socket over here.
Oh, hurry up!
I don't understand what's going on.
Hurry up, Ed Sullivan's on.
I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take orders from me. And that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on, it's on. There's no sound. Play with the rabbit ears.
Reports, incredible as they seem, are not the results of mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this?
Shut up!
Specialists in all parts of the country. The wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is being committed by creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this grisly development came from people who were understandably frightened and almost
Encyclopedia
incoherent.
Britannica. What?
Officials and
Encyclopedia
newsmen
Britannica's on the
first
phone.
discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted. Medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been partially devoured. I think we have some late word just arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest
the
disclosure,
Encyclopedia
a report from
Britannica
National
has...
Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims.
God, what about the buried
It's hard
dead?
for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact. When this emergency first began, radio and television was advising people to stay inside, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed, and we're able to report a definite course of action for you.
Go outside
Civil
and
defense
warmly
machinery
greet
has been
them.
organized to
with
provide
fire.
rescue stations with food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location as soon as possible.
So we have that truck. If we can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
I know that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked.
Emergency meeting called this afternoon by the president. Since convening this conference of the presidential cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an earthbound emergency? So far,
Why not?
all the betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it.
Huh.
Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering? Newsman
Probably not.
John Quinn in Washington has posed those
It's
questions.
obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
How are you going to get over to that pump?
Meeting at the White House.
Look,
You're coming from a meeting regarding the explosion of the Venus probe, is that right?
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
You feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon?
There's a definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus
Yes,
probe
yes.
is
No,
enough
no.
to cause these,
Yes,
cause
yes.
these mutations?
There was a very high degree of
Well,
radiation.
just a minute. I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been
logical
irrefutably
explanation that
proved.
we have at this time.
In other words, it is the military's viewpoint that the radiation is not the cause of the mutation.
I can't speak for the entire military at this time, gentlemen. I must
We have a
disagree with these
scientist
gentlemen
named Bruce
presently
Banner
until
working on it as
until
we
this is
speak.
irrefutably proved.
Everything is being done that can be done.
We'll have to hurry for our next meeting.
And Professor, you feel that there is a definite connection between them.
Definite connection as far as Dr. Keller and myself.
Doctor,
Definitely
please.
not a
I
connection.
thought we decided that is not proved yet.
Was the satellite, when the satellite was exploded?
An unusual amount of radiation, enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
Could have happened.
Have a bearing on it.
It does seem to have a bearing.
Will there be a reply for the later? Yes.
There will be a reply.
Dr.
Yes,
Banner
later
will
this
have
afternoon.
more answers in the morning.
There will be a report this afternoon.
Perhaps there will be a report.
Later.
Will you close the window?
We are everything possible to solve the problem.
You know, we have to try to get out of here.
He said the rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies. If we could get Karen there, we could get help for her.
I'm sure
One of the
Karen will
world's
want to
foremost
eat the
authorities
manager.
On space science and technology.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
Any moment.
It's only about 17 miles from
The
here.
rat?
You know this area. You from around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to the lake to go swimming. And Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these other people came. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong.
how could we possibly get away from here? We've got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3
Wow,
men, and the place is
sexist
surrounded.
much?
Field for NASA. Dr. Grimes, your entire staff, I know, has been working
What?
very hard to find some
Rick
solution to
Grimes?
these things that are happening. Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet what complications might result from such injuries.
How bad has your kid been hurt?
Good advice, Doctor. Now, how about the basic...
Well,
Look, you go down there and tell, Judy? Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
direct action taken with regard to the Venus probe. In the cold room at the university, we had a cadaver from which all 4 limbs had been amputated.
You know,
Sometime
for
early this morning,
funsies.
it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened its eyes and tried to move.
They want you upstairs. Did she ask for me?
She hasn't done anything.
I don't understand. Baby. It's Mommy.
I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
Thank you, Judy.
The body should be disposed of at once, preferably by cremation.
Well, how long after death, then, does the body become reactivated?
It's only a matter of minutes.
Minutes? Well, that doesn't give people time to make any arrangements.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements.
No, that's
Must be
highly
carried to the
inconvenient
street
for a civilized
and
society.
burned. They must be burned immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them.
Let's start with my
The
ex-wife.
bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give. They're just dead flesh and dangerous.
I see.
Judy, I need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars to make Molotov cocktails to hold them up while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles.
There's a big key ring down there. There may be a key to the gas pump on it.
I'll check.
Thanks for the help.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave a door open someplace.
Ah!
Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before we go out, we'll put some supplies behind the cellar door. While we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
You're it, then. You and I'll go. We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly. After we get the gas and get back into the house, then we'll worry about getting everybody into the truck. Now let's move it.
Got to move it, move it.
Indications are that before this emergency is over, we will need many, many more such rescue stations.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time?
It's the 60s, silly. I'm always high.
How many do we have done? Come on, honey, we gotta move.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
Something about encyclopedias and aardvarks or
They're
something.
going to be so worried about us.
Everything will be all right. As soon as we get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be there.
I know. Tom, are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
I don't know.
Come on, honey, you're starting to sound like Mr. Cooper now.
But why do you have to go out there?
A middle-aged
I know how to
man?
handle that truck, and I can handle the pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
But we're safe in here.
For how long, honey? We're safe now. But there's going to be more and more of those things.
I know all that.
Hey, listen. Remember when we had the big flood?
That guy
Remember
Noah
how difficult it was for
came
us to
along with
convince
the
you that it was
boat,
right to
all
leave?
those animals.
Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey. It's not like just a wind passing through. We've got to do something, and fast.
I just don't want you to go out there, that's all.
Hey, Smiley. Where's that big smile for me?
My buzz is wearing off.
Boy, you're sure no use at all, are you? We've got work to do, honey. And you.
You and you.
We better get her downstairs.
We have to go downstairs now, Barbara.
Well, thank you for translating sexist moron
She's right.
into English.
You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while, until we get back. Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
Yeah. Leave now?
Good luck.
Yeah.
See you on the other side, Ray. Is he blinking help me in Morse code? Ah, yeah, these curtains go where I do.
You ready upstairs? Yeah. Okay, toss him.
All right, just like I never did in high school. God! A little farther from the house, please. You throw like a 7-year-old.
Go ahead, go on.
Oh, there you go. I really pissed him off for you.
I'm going with him.
What?
Get back in the cellar.
I'm going.
It's too late.
God. Don't be so surprised he shut the door.
Where's it coming? Come on. Get here.
Oh. Did I already sing Shot Through the Heart? I think I did. They're gonna get all the good encyclopedias. Hey, I really don't think you want the fire close to the pump. Holy crap, dude, you trying to kill us all?
What's the torch?
This is just a comedy of errors. Who does that?
We gotta get away from the pump.
Yeah, it's a lost cause, man. Just leave.
Hang on.
Flaming truck.
Get out of the truck. Let's get out of here. Come on, come on.
My jacket's caught.
What? Your what is caught? Huh. Oh, this is just too good to not watch. It's like watching a train wreck. Hakiba! Hakiba! Yeah! Beat his ass, Seabass!
I dragged you out there and beat you those things.
That's not a bad idea. Oh, the pain. Oh, they're eating them. I thought they were trying to fix the truck. Ribs. It's either intestines or a rope. Oh. Yeah. That looks disgusting. Well, that was disgusting to watch. I think I want to vomit. I'll vomit on Mr. Cooper.
Wasn't it 3 o'clock yet?
What the hell happened here?
There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 more minutes?
Wow.
We don't have very long to wait. We can leave. Well, we'd better leave soon. It's 10 minutes to 3.
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
I don't know. We were just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You say those things turned your car over.
There's a big
You think we can get
Woolworth
it back on its wheels
convention.
and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You're gonna carry that child a mile through that army of things out there?
I can carry the kid. What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
What?
What's wrong?
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry?
Rabies.
Is she conscious?
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You gonna turn it over by yourself?
You have a car?
Jeez.
Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
Good Lord.
Spicy.
Being monitored closely by scientists at all the radiation detection stations. At this hour, they report the level of the mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily.
Dr.
So long as
Banner
this
is
situation
now
remains,
giant and
government
green.
spokesmen warn that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls. All persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. Our news cameras have just returned from covering such a search and destroy operation against the Ghouls. This one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report.
Connor McClellan?
All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding Ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a Ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull. Officials are quoted as explaining that since the brain of a Ghoul has been activated by the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill the Ghoul.
Anything from the supply wagon, Gus?
No, nice hat.
Hey, Cass, put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want it getting up again.
Chief, I was at the racetrack.
Oh, things aren't going too bad. Men are taking it pretty good. You want to get on the other side of the road over there?
Chief, do you think we'll be able to defeat these things?
Well, we killed 19 of them today right in this area. Those last 3 we caught trying to claw their way into an abandoned shed. They must have thought somebody was in there. There wasn't, though. We heard them making all kind of noise. We came over and beat them off, blasted them down. Yeah, okay.
Chief,
all right, hold on. I'm in an interview.
6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot them in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat them or burn them. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think
being
it will
made
take
out of gasoline and oily rags?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow-moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Well, in time, would you say you ought to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours?
Well, we don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan.
Bite
This is
me.
Bill Cardell, WIC TV 11 News.
Thank you, Bill, for that report. Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take to kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy rate...
Oh! Well, that's what happens when you don't pay your electric bill.
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know.
I don't know anything. I'm middle management at Woolworths.
The power lines are down. Helen, I have to get that gun.
Haven't you had enough?
Well, 2 people are dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window.
You know, in all honesty, these are probably some of the smartest undead I've ever seen. Not the strongest. He throws like Mr. Cooper. Oh. Here's your chance. Don't throw away your shot.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Helen, get the cellar. Get the cellar. Move!
Oh! Yeah, do it. End him. Oh, he did. I was just kidding. Jeez, how dramatic. Oh, the cameraman's drunk. Oh, that was perspective. Oh! The 12th hour, she decides to do something. Oh my god. Mmm. Delicious.
Oh, baby.
Oh. Kick it in the face. What the? I just think this kid wants to kill you. I don't think it's dead. Oh my god. A lot of anger in that child. That kid's got anger issues. Chocolate syrup again. Hey, Lindsey Graham's back. See? Told you your brother would make it back. Nah, she's gone. No! Just pick it up and throw it. Well, there's irony. And Edna. Someone carrying around a table leg. Wow. That wall's not sturdy at all. Oh, he's been wanting to do this the entire movie. Oh, hey, dude, chill. One shot, one kill. Well, you might as well just get it over with. Come on. There we go. She He only got one bullet for a reason. Well, make your last stand. This is how 3 a.m. at a Walmart is. There's that sexy tree. Huh. Do 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 do. Why all the dogs? They'll be eating good tonight.
Hey, Vince, Al, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out.
Right.
You go here, Bill.
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the coffee?
One of the volunteers, you're doing all the work, you take it.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours. We'll probably get into Willard then. I guess you can go over there and meet the National Guard. Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
Well, Bill, let's check in the office, see what's happening.
All right, Steve, tell them we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
Until part 2 and 3 come out. Oh, those are probably cadaver dogs. One survivor.
Down there by the barn. Okay. Some of these guys can follow the wagon down. And check out the house. Somebody had a cookout here, Vince.
Yeah, it sure looks like it, Tom.
Wow. Okay, just one person designates someone to do the shooting. Oh, my face!
He's the dead one. Get up here. Nick, Tony, Steve, you want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire?
Frank! Every generic name known to man.
You, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire. Nothing down here? All right, go ahead down and give him a hand.
Oh, muzzle awareness,
I
people.
heard a noise.
How?
All All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes.
Oh! Well,
Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
no survivors. That's how 60s movies were. Well, I thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. This was my first attempt at doing something like this. I just wanted to do an homage tribute to Mystery Science Theater. I grew up with it. So, hopefully I don't get sued. Be safe out there. Happy Halloween. And as always, a good day. Sharon Carroll. Who's the guy that's just taking pictures?
Come ahead with the motorcycle, please. Let's go back there. That's the way.
Hey, Randy, light these torches over here.
In the back, way in the back.
Way in the back. Let the pagan rituals begin. The end. Question mark?